Hi, I'm Mary Mills, and I just attended the Quality by Design session here at Scope. And we just had a very interesting conversation during our session about source data verification and source data review.
Okay, I'm Andy Lawton. I'm Global Head of Clinical Data Management at Boehringer Ingelheim. I'm approaching this from more the metric side and looking at the issues and challenges that the CRAs face in SDR and SDV determination. In splitting up into two different parts, SDV and SDR, it's really created an issue that we can clearly see that the on-site monitors don't fully understand SDR. We see from our metrics that they underestimate the issues in SDR and overestimate issues in SDV. And yet from audit findings, we find the complete reverse. So that was from a general metrics perspective. I don't know what you're seeing from the on-site and management perspective of the CRA teams.
Well, we're seeing the same things, and one of the things that we're doing within the organizations I work with is to train the CRAs on exactly what SDV, source data verification, means and what our expectations are during the risk-based concept for doing SDV, and then really focusing on our definition of SDR, source data review, and what that means across the whole function of SDR. And it's been quite a training process for the CRAs to understand that we not only mean that you review the chart, but that you look for aspects of principal investigator oversight, protocol adherence, as well as looking at the entire picture of what happened to the patient, and that this is really critical to the success of the quality of the data.
Yeah, what I'd see from an oversight perspective, I think it's a failure in our model. With CRAs have become used over the years to measuring what they're demanded of by the systems. All the data entry systems demand they do 100% SDV, and that's what they're measured on. We haven't been measuring them on, are the sites compliant in following the protocol? Is there good Alcoa aspects? And they're really difficult things for the CRA to do. If you've got a young, inexperienced CRA, it's easy to say, you haven't transcribed this data. It's much harder to face an eminent professor or lead investigator and say, you don't really understand the protocol. Of course, you're not going to say it in such a blatant way, but whatever way you say it, it's going to come out harsh.
In the change, Andy, in the paradigm to risk-based monitoring, one of the things that we train the CRAs on is the need to be able to really understand SDR, because this is the only opportunity that we have when we're on site to look at the records and to be sure that the protocol is being followed. These are not things that we can do in an off-site central monitoring environment. So it's very critical that the CRAs do understand what to do on site while reviewing those records.
And so I think what we'll be following up with is much more on the change management side, much more education and training, and finding how we can bring this to life with our on-site monitors.